Today we're at the Piney Falls State Natural Area, and we're going to go ahead and test out the AM223 tripod and see how it does in the field. Stay tuned. So what I decided to do was bring this Sirui AM223 tripod, I have trouble with any foreign words, down to a real life situation. And I've come to the Piney Falls State Natural Area where there's a waterfall or two, and we're going to try to use this tripod down here and see if it's something I want to put in my bag from now on and carry with me. It's a very small, compact, lightweight tripod, and I put a ball head on it today so I can have a little more functionality with it. We'll see how that all goes later on. So today I brought the Nikon Z6 II, of course, and the 24-70 is on the camera. My plan is to use just that lens today. I did bring the 14-30 with me, but I don't plan on using it. I kind of just brought it in case. And I also brought my regular Faisal tripod and the AM223 tripod. So my goal here is to do some waterfall photography and to test out the AM223 tripod from Sirui, and see how it works. So after you leave the parking lot, in about 3/4 of a mile, you'll come to where the trail splits, and there's a sign here that says Piney Falls Loop Trail. Now, if you go to the right, it'll take you to the top of the falls, and you can continue across the top of the falls after rock hopping across, depending on water flow. That way takes you to the bottom, but it's a little more difficult going that way because you have to go down some rock ledges and there's a cable you have to hold on to. It's kind of sketchy, and I prefer to go to the left and go around the bluff and down to the bottom of the waterfall this way. So after you make the left-hand turn, the trail starts to narrow some and takes you down through the rhododendrons and the mountain laurels that are down here. So don't be concerned, just keep following that trail. So you can see the trail's narrow through here, but it's well defined, and it's marked also with white blazes. So you make your way down this bluff line, and the trail turns and comes downhill, and you eventually end up down there, over there at the end of the bluff. But you have to go down over this rock ledge, and it's wet this morning, so it's a little bit slick, but sometimes you come down here in the winter time and this is covered with ice, so you need to be extra careful when you walk through here. There's places to hold on to things. There's some rhododendrons here on the side that you can hold on to and help you gain some stability. It's not too bad this morning. It's been drizzling the rain, so it's not slick. I'm gonna step down right here, and when I get down to the bottom, I'll turn around and show you what I just came down. They've got some nice steps right here they built. We just came off of that right there and down through this area where these steps are. Now you get down here, and there's a sign here. It tells you which way to go back to the parking lot, and another sign that says Trailhead Parking Lot on the tree, trying to keep you from getting lost. This one here, this looks like a new sign, fairly new anyways. So there's a white blaze on the tree down here telling us this is the way to go. When you see a single white blaze, that means that is the trail. Once you negotiate that rock bluff there, it's not too awful terribly bad getting down to the waterfall. So after you negotiate that bluff wall, you come to another intersection. If you go to the left here, it takes you down to the lower falls. Now that's a little steep, a little sketchy getting down there, and I think I'm going to go down there later on. But if you go to the right, it takes you to the base of the upper falls, And there's a blaze on the tree right here. It's a brown arrow showing you which way the trail goes. The lower trail's not really marked with anything that I can see. There used to be a sign, and it's leaning up against the tree down there right now. But you actually want to go to the right if you want to go to the upper falls, which is what everybody mostly comes to see. It's really beautiful down here as you pass through these rock formations in the bluff wall, and you get to see all this really neat geological stuff. I like coming to Piney Falls. It's not a terribly difficult hike, and it's still one of the areas that are not visited too heavily, so it pretty much stays graffiti free and trash free. Here's some more of these bluff walls. I mean, it's just beautiful up here on the Cumberland Plateau. Just got to get out of your car and go for a walk like I'm doing this morning. This area right here looks like it fell from above. There's a bunch of rock debris here. I don't know if that's fresh or not, but you can see how it just broke away. Could you imagine being down here right next to this when that happened? Well, that'd give you a scare. So we have just about made it to the upper Piney Falls, and I'm gonna walk up here and I'll turn this camera around so you can see it. And as you can see, it's flowing really good today, which I kind of expected with the rainfall we've had, but it actually looks very good today. So we're gonna make our way to the other side. I like to go to the other side of the plunge pool way over there and get some photographs over there. There's a lot of mist coming off of it this morning, but that's expected. Piney Falls. I made it to the bottom of Upper Piney Falls. You can see it right behind me there. It's flowing pretty good. There's a lot of fog and mist in the air, so I may have a little trouble covering my lens up to keep from getting water droplets on it. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna set up this Seru E AM223 tripod, and I have a Ulanzi phone holder on it. It's a metal one. I'll put a link in my video description where you can get these at. And I've got an NRL E40 ball head on it. So I'm gonna put my phone on this and try to do a live stream while I'm doing photography down here at Piney Falls. Now I've got about 1 bar of LTE. I don't give it much hope here. But we're gonna try this and see if I can go live or not. Okay, we have gone live, and I'm not too sure how this stream is going to turn out, but we are going to do some photography down here while this live stream is running. I've got that all set up. So like I said, I've got the 24-70 on the camera. That's the lens I'm going to use, and I'm going to use my case filters today. I've already got the magnetic attachment ring on there. So I had to go back to the iPhone and put my wireless Go 2 on there. So right now, what I'm gonna do is get my circular polarizer out. There's a little bit of mist in the air this morning, so we have to kind of watch for that. And let me compose this. Turn off bracketing. Left bracketing on the last time. Oops. Yep. Oh. Okay. So where I'm at right now, the base exposure is 1/4 second at f8. I'm gonna put the polarizer on there and see what that looks like. It's a pretty cool scene this morning with this fog. So I'm gonna dial it to 1/2 of a second at f8. A lot of fog in the air. That's gonna make for an eerie looking picture. So that was one shot, and I'm gonna turn my camera to the vertical position, and that's real easy to do when you got an L bracket. Readjust my setting a little bit, dial in the polarizer, and we'll focus on the foreground, focus in the middle, and we'll focus on the waterfall. So we'll do this focus stacking. It's at 1/3 of a second, which gives me 1/3 underexposed. I really like these case filters. They got that snap-on lens. You can just snap it right back on there and protect it from the moisture. So if anybody's on the live stream, how y'all doing? I don't know if they are or not. They say this is the first time I've done this where I've had 2 cameras going at the same time. They got the Pocket 2 rolling over here. So I had a distraction here. I had to get my little pruners out and clip out of the way. And I carry a set of pruners just in case something like that. That was a dead branch that was stuck in the spillway. So hope this live stream's coming out okay with the audio. One thing I like about the DJI Pocket 2 and the microphone that comes with it from the creator kit is if you press the button on the microphone, it'll start the Pocket 2 recording for you, so you can be away from the camera and get it rolling. And that's what I'm doing now. One of the things I like about the DJI Pocket 2 that I'm using to vlog with today is on the microphone is a button, and you can push that button when you're away from the camera and start and stop the video, which is a pretty handy feature so you don't have to keep walking back to your camera. Then I got the iPhone up here behind me set up on the Sirui AM223 mini tripod. It's a carbon fiber tripod, and I'm trying it out today to see if I can use it sometimes when I go hiking instead of bringing all my gear with me. I went to the Smokies yesterday hiking, and I almost left everything at home except a camera and a lens. And I was going to take that little tripod with me in case I seen something, but I really didn't see any compositions. So I'm going to move to a different location. We got a little bit of mist on the filter. Okay, I finished up at the Upper Piney Falls and made a few photographs there, a couple different compositions, and mainly just testing out the Sirui AM223 mini tripod. Now I'm going to head back down the trail the way I came in, and I think I'm going to go down to the lower Piney Falls and have a look at that. The flow is really good today, and I hope it stays that way through the next week or so I can come back. Okay, so I came down to the lower part of Piney Falls, known as Lower Piney Falls, and it really looks really good back here. I've stopped here and set up. What I'm going to do now is make a bunch of photographs down here. I'm going to put the 14 to 30 on because I think I'm going to need the wide angle for this area. So this is the area of Lower Piney Falls that I'm photographing, and I come down here pretty frequently because it's not too far from my house, and I just love this little area right here. It's just a lot of detail going on, And today the flow is really good. And there's also another little section right down here that's good to photograph. And I'll take a bunch of photographs down here and show those in the video. Well, that's going to about do it down here at Piney Falls. And we're going to make our way out of here without getting hurt. I came down here by myself, which is not a good idea, but I kind of like being down here by myself so I don't not rushed and can do my photography. Anyways, we're going to start heading out to the car. I'm going to turn this camera around one more time so you can see this. Beautiful little area right here. Really pretty today. But after tomorrow, it's going to get really cold. It might be frozen Piney Falls. That'll about do it today at the Piney River State Natural. Well, Piney River's wrong. So that'll about do it today at Piney Falls State Natural Area. Today's December 22nd, 2022. And we brought the Seru AM223 mini tripod, carbon fiber mini tripod down for a field test to see how it did. And I was pretty pleased with it. I used the Case Wolverine filters all day. I was pretty pleased with those too. And I think I'm gonna like that combination using the Case filters. And anyways, it's been a real good day. It's been foggy all day, kind of drizzling the rain. If you like the content of the channel, give me a thumbs up and go ahead and hit the subscribe and hit the bell and all that good stuff. Until next time, bye-bye now.